Hi, this is Siraj Unleashing Talent, and welcome back on another podcast. And today we would talk about the communication strategies, at least one element for senior executives, and how, as a senior executive, you could be more effective and successful, tactful in your communication, with your subordinates, your peers, your seniors. In fact, this podcast could be helpful for anyone who wants to improve his or her communication skills. So, let me first of all, let you visualize the situation. Do you sometimes have disagreements with people, or you often disagree with people, or you don't like ideas, or people don't like your ideas? And you have a feeling that your communication is not up to the mark and it does not bring success to you the way you want it to be. And sometimes you don't get the opportunity to put forward your points, your ideas effectively before people. And sometimes you tell something and then people disagree with your idea and your idea dies out. There could be another scenario where someone tells you something and you have a different viewpoint and you disagree with the individual, and you tell your ideas and the other person tells his or her ideas, and there's a conflict and the communication does not get to a point where both of you have a win-win situation. So if you have communication issues, or if you have been confronting communication issues, then this podcast could really be helpful. And today we will talk about how you could be more effective as a leader or as an executive in your communication. We will talk about a 15 to 20 seconds strategy that can change your perspective about communication forever, and it could actually take you to the next level of communication skill as a leader. And let me warn you here, if you do not change your communication style or your communication strategy, you would be communicating the way you have been communicating for ages. And if it is not impactful, it is not influencing, then you would always be talking the same way, and you would always remain dissatisfied with your own performance towards your communication skills. How would it help you? It will actually help you influence people. It will help you build great, long-lasting relationships. It can reduce stress, because when you have a conflicting situation in communication, it stresses you and it stresses others, and the situation becomes very bad. And it will help you also value others' perspective, and others would value your perspective, your thoughts, and your ideas. So these are some of the advantages or benefits that you could anticipate. So here's what the strategy is. The next time when you have a conflicting point, or when you disagree with someone you are talking to, as could be your communication with your friends, your family, your spouse, your subordinates, your seniors, your clients, and whosoever, someone tells you an idea. When you listen to that idea, you trigger one idea within yourself, and the moment you tell that idea, it might work, it might not work. So the strategy that we are suggesting here, and that we feel could really add value to your communication strategy, is to use a 15 to 20 seconds strategy, and that is to shift from speaking to listening, genuinely listening. And in order to listen to the other person, you would need to do something. The moment you get an idea and you have a disagreement, or you have a conflicting ideas, and you feel that if you share your ideas there would be conflicts then you can use this strategy. You should immediately shift and ask questions in response to the other person. Tell me more about it. So instead of disagreeing, you change your strategy for the next 15 to 20 seconds, and you value others' ideas even if you disagree in the first moment. And what do you say? You say, tell me more about it. I think you have a point. I want to know more about it. So have 5 to 6 sentences that would help the other person talk more, and that would give you the understanding of the other person's perspective and thinking, and the points and ideas. And once you have the ideas, and once you have listened to the other person, now you are in a position to have your communication strategies to put forward your ideas and your thoughts. And these thoughts and ideas will be really very, very effective and impactful, because you have already listened to the other person and you know their perspective. So maybe certain things you would like, so, when the other person says certain things, you might change, in fact, your ideas about the other person, or you might agree to the other person's point. So this entire process changes the entire perspective of communications. And so how you do that, let me repeat. And number one, you use a 15 to 20 seconds strategy. Number two, when you have a conflicting situation, instead of disagreeing, you ask a couple of questions to know more about people, and that gives you the opportunity to know the other person's perspective. This process will make you more impactful, more influencing. You would be able to develop a rapport with the other person, and you would become a smart communicator. You would become effective manager or leader or spouse or a friend or brothers or sisters or a great sibling, whatsoever in a situation you have. When it comes to the communication, remember, value others' perspective, and you can do that by listening to them, and you can do a great listening by asking a couple of questions to the individual to talk more, and this gives you the entire perspective of others. In a way, you are empathizing also. And then when you put forward your points and when you talk to the people, you really feel good about your approach, and the person feels influenced, and that takes you to the next level. I hope this podcast was helpful. So wish you good luck with your communication strategy to be more impactful and effective as a leader. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.